Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the Gulf Cooperation Council or what is also called as GCC. Now, this is an important topic from your IR International Relationship, which is a part of your GS paper 2. But apart from that, in prelims also, we have seen that a lot of time they asked about the international organization. So from that perspective also, it is important that we understand what Gulf Cooperation Council is. So we will discuss what this council is all about, its members, where its secretariat is located, and apart from that we will focus more on how the India's relationship has been with this particular council. So let's begin. So it was established in 1981 among the members of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and UAE. So these are the countries who came together and established an agreement in 1981 which led to the formation of GCC. And why they actually came together is because of the spatial relationship. So they have the spatial relationship, then geographic proximity, similar political system based on Islamic belief, joint destiny and common objectives. So they have a lot of convergence of interest, and hence they thought about going towards forming a cooperation council which has been termed as the Gulf Cooperation Council. The structure of GCC consists of Supreme Council, which is the highest authority, the Ministerial Council and the Secretariat General. So these are the three main bodies which take care of decision making, execution and implementation. So you have the Supreme Council, which is the highest authority, then Ministerial Council and the Secretariat General. Its secretariat is actually located in Riyadh, which is in your Saudi Arabia. So its secretariat is located in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Now in its starter it is mentioned that it is a political, economic, social and regional organization. So they are not converging only for the economic or political, but it is actually everything in itself. So it is political convergence, economic, social and regional convergence which has led to the formation of this organization. So these are the basic details that you should know about GCC. Now let's just quickly also go through the geography of this particular council. So if you see what are all the countries which are associated with it. So we have Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Oman and Saudi Arabia. So in this map, if you could see, that is your homework, go ahead and figure out which all countries are bordering the Persian Gulf, which all countries are near the Red Sea area and which are open to Indian Ocean. Apart from that, also go ahead and check the recent development in case of the Qatar. So go ahead and check about that particular aspect of this news also. Now let's try to focus on how the India's relationship has been with this organization. So Prime Minister of India has received Order of Zayed, which is the highest civilian order of UAE, and the King Hamad Order of Renaissance, which is the third highest civilian order of Bahrain. What does it signify? It signifies that India is having friendly relationship with these nations because our Prime Minister is being awarded with their highest civilian award. In the recent past, Saudi Arabia and UAE have not adopted hostile posture to India's domestic development, such as removing of special status of Jammu and Kashmir under Article 370. Now if you thought about it, it looks like that Pakistan should be more close to GCC, and they have been shouting regarding the removal of a special status of Jammu and Kashmir, the decision taken by the Indian government in 2019 August. But it has been observed that Saudi Arabia, neither the UAE, they didn't show the hostile attitude towards the decision of India, which again like kind of signifies that India is having very stable and friendly relationship with the GCC countries. Now let's look forward into the economic aspect, like what kind of economic relationship India has with the GCC nation. So GCC states are among India's key supplier of energy. So we know that India import a lot of crude oil, and one of the major suppliers are GCC countries. So this is something which is like embedded, that we are importing a lot, but at the same time the annual remittances from Indians in these countries are worth an estimated of $4.8 billion. So we are also getting the remittances. In fact, India is ranked as the highest country which received the remittances as an amount across the world. So we are importing crude oil, but at the same time we are also getting the remittances from the GCC countries. UAE and Saudi Arabia are India's third and fourth largest trading partner. As of now, India's like the biggest or the largest trading partner is USA, and then China, and then we know that now the third one is UAE and the fourth one is Saudi Arabia. And the total bilateral trade of the GCC countries with the India for the year 18 and 19 stood at the 1 to 1.34 billion dollars. So you can just see the kind of trading which is going on. The bilateral trading between the GCC countries and the India is actually at a very good amount, but at the same time a lot of potential is there to tap it to make it even higher. UAE also feature in the top 10 sources of FDI inflows in India, which means that a lot of investment is also coming from the UAE. So these are the basic things which means that India has good economic ties with the GCC countries. Now let's move forward and try to see where the GCC countries and India are converging in terms of security. So both India and GCC are member of Financial Action Task Force. So I have already made a YouTube video of Financial Action Task Force. Basically they are working towards the managing the money laundering as well as to check whether this particular money is not utilized for the construction of weapons of mass destruction or even chemical weapons. So their ambit has increased over a period of time. I have made a YouTube video specifically for the Financial Action Task Force. You can go ahead and check that. Apart from participation of Saudi Arabia, Oman, Kuwait and others in India's mega multilateral Milan exercise, India also has bilateral exercise with most of them. So they are also part of the Milan exercise which India conduct, like that's a mega exercise that is conducted by India. But apart from that, there are multiple bilateral exercises also. For an example, India and Oman hold annual bilateral exercises across all three wings of armed forces. For Army, it is called as Al-Naza, Air Force exercise is called as Eastern Bridge, and Naval exercise is called as Nasim or Bar. So these are the across three wings of the armed forces in Army, Air Force and Navy. There is a annual bilateral exercise between India and Oman. Also recently, like the last year itself, the Oman has provided Indian Navy access to Port Dukkam, which is the Indian Ocean largest deep sea port. So the Dukkam port, which is like located in Oman, has provided the strategic importance to the India in the Indian Ocean region. India has bilateral naval India-UAE bilat as well as Air Force exercise Desert Eagle 3 with UAE. So not only with Oman, with UAE also we have the exercises by the name of in UAE bilat as well as the Air Force exercise by the name of Desert Eagle 2. So you can see that there is a lot of security convergence also between the GCC countries as well as India. So in overall, we can see that the relationship between India and the GCC nation are pretty friendly as of now. And in fact, this has been termed as the India looking into the West Asia policy. So we already had look east. So it was more of the line of look West Asia policy. So these are the few things that you need to know about this. It is important to know what this GCC is all about. Its member nation, its year of formation, where its secretariat lies, what its main objective is, and apart from that, its relationship with India. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.